Hello and welcome to this tutorial and welcome to SAP Learning Academy. In this tutorial today I will be telling you how to extract using ODP Data Source in SAP HANA. So I will be writing down all the steps one by one so that you can follow and you can create in your system how to create and how to extract data using this ODP Data Source into your SAP BW system. So first let me give you the overview at what scenario we are going to use this ODP data source. And let me tell you that when SAP HANA came into market and also this S4 HANA, then SAP has given a provision to extract data using the ODP method. Like we had earlier, we had to do using this RSA7 and the delta Q concept. So now we are having this concept using this ODP method. So let me show you that. So first step should be in this case I will be talking about SAP delivered content, meaning that those data sources are already available in your source system. So suppose your source system is it can be S4 HANA, it can be SAP ECC. So the first thing that you need to look into your data source into the SAP BW SAP ECC system in the source system. So first thing is check T code RSA5. So here what you do, here we need to check whether your data source available into the corresponding applications. So suppose if I talk about SD, so you have to go into the SD, then you need to find out the data source that you want to work on. So here actually what you have to do, you have to activate your data source. Then we have to check in RSA6, check T code RSA6. And what is the difference between RSA5 and RSA6? RSA5 is a is for all kinds of data sources, whether it's activated or non-activated, so which is delivered by the SAP. But on the other hand, RSA6 it will be showing the list where it is only activated. So check your data source whether it's available or not. So what you have to do in RSA6, just to check whether the DS means data source is available or not. So once these two steps are done, so you are actually activated your data sources. So now what you have to do? So now you have to, if I talk about the LO extractions, meaning that the logistic part like SD, MM or any kind of LO extraction, so in that particular case only you have to go into the T code LBWE. So this is the T code where actually you need to manage and you need to define the structure like that. Suppose what you have to do, you have to go into the T code and you have to again find out the data source where you want to work on. Then you need to first inactive. If you can see that your data source is activated, first you have to inactivate your data source. Then you have to click on the job control, and from there you can actually find two kind of list, like one is the communication structure, the other is the extract structure. Like every data source is linked with one communication structure. So what you have to do, suppose a data source can have multiple fields, so you don't need all the fields required to be loaded. So here actually you can define and you can extract the fields that you want. Like what you do, extract define fields from So what we do here, we define fields from communication structure to extract structure. So once that is this part is done, now you are able to create the you have to create the source connection, meaning that so this is the part done in the source system. Now you need to, what you have to do, you have to go into your target system. So it can be BW, SAP BW4 HANA or SAP BW on HANA. So you have to go into the target system. You have to go into the, now you have to go, just let me write that. Yeah, one more part I'm adding here, like that. Suppose you want to activate the data source that you created. So how can you do that? So in the when we did not use ODP, we had to use RSA3 in order to check whether the data is coming or not. So here in this case, we have a different program which you can use, that is ODPS REPL test. So using this program, you can actually verify whether your data source is fetching any data or not. So for that, you have to set up a table. For that, you have to fill a setup table, then only you can verify. So now coming to the BW system, what you would do in the BW system now. So the part of this EC system is almost done. The source system is done. Now in the BW system, what you do, you have to first, so let me write this. This is the source part, and next one is the BW part. Here first you have to create the source connection. First you have to do the create connection. So you have to create a connection between your BW system and the source system if the connection is not created yet. If you are doing it for the first time, you're connecting the data source for the first time to this source system, then it is required to create the connection between BW system and the source system. So, and regarding this connection, mostly the basis team does the work. So you need to contact the basis team in order to do this. So next, once the connection is created and your data source, your connection is visible under the ODP extractor into the source system, so then what you have to do, you have to replicate the data source. The data source you are having in ECC or source system, you have to replicate that. So for replicate, you can do multiple ways, like you can use T code RSTS, or you can also right click on the connection that you have created, like this between PW and ECC. So on the source system, you can right click and you can replicate the data. So once these two steps are done, then you can have this your data source ready into your system. Then the third part is setting up the DTP. So create DTP. So what you do here actually you need to create a DTP from source system to the persistent layer where you want to add, like in any ADSO. So in that case, in the DTP setting, you need to define like ODP extractor and and PSA not used. So if you do that, so your DTP is ready for your transfer of the data. So once you actually start extracting the data, and first, if you're working on Delta, if your data source is activated as Delta, then you can actually see the Delta extractions coming into PI. And how can you monitor the Delta part in ECC? There's a T code called ODQ-mon. So once your Delta starts, ODQ-mon is just like RSA7 that we are used to know. So in ODQ-mon, actually you can see the Delta part, like what are the data sources are available, and also you can see multiple other things like how many data is transferred, what is the lower time and upper limit and lower limit, and so on. So that's all about this tutorial. You have understood a basic part, how to set up this ODP extractor. I believe you are gonna use in your system, and please let me know in the comments if you face any problem, and I will ready to help you. Thank you, and also look into my other tutorials given the links in the below description. Thank you.